All right, here we are to do your presentation.
Yes, thank you, Daddy.
Okay, good. So, what's your passion, dude?
My passion is video games on my Nintendo Switch, like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Monopoly for Nintendo Switch, Minecraft for Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for Nintendo Switch.
Okay, are those only the video games you like?
No.
No?
There are more video games.
Wow, okay, so you really love video games.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell us all about video games in your project.
Video-
Okay, so we're going to tell the reasons why you liked your video games.
Yeah, my reasons are, number one, video games are fun. I don't want to be bored. And they are exciting. I turn on the game and it has a little fan inside that spins, and I feel the heat coming out of it. It makes me joyful.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you like just the box or you like playing the video games too?
I like playing the video games too.
But the fans are so super special, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I guess. What's your other reasons for choosing this project? So what's like the second thing? Why are you learning about video games and this making your project?
Yeah, video games are amazing. Cartridges have games on them. It takes a lot of work to make them. I'm curious about how they make the games. Number 3.
How do they make the games? Do you know? Those cartridges get just magically made? Do you remember what we said?
Do they just, people are really making hard things about it. And
Yeah, entire teams of people work on them, don't they?
Yeah.
Isn't that the research you did?
Yes.
Yep, it takes like 1 or 2 people, right?
Yes. Or
Only
more.
1 or 2 persons?
No, like more, Daddy.
Oh yeah, how many people do you think work on video games?
A lot, like 100 or
Yeah.
10,000.
Teams of people from all over the world. What is your last reason?
Number 3. Third and final reason. Video games are pretty new. I can learn about history of them.
Yeah, how new are they?
How new are they?
Yeah, do you remember any dates yet, or do we have to do some research?
I know one game was made in 1983. Video games were here longer than you think. They were here in 1958. Not longer than this car. This was here in 1938.
That's right, very good. So video games have been around a long time, right?
Yeah.
How many years has that been since the first video game? Do you remember? How many years? 64.
64.
64 years, wow. Not as old as this car though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Scientist William Higginbotham created the first video game in 1958. It was a very simple tennis game called Tennis for Two. He made it for something like a science fair at the college. People loved it and stood in lines to play it on a 5-inch screen.
That was a teeny tiny screen.
Yeah. Higginbotham was not impressed with his game. He thought that people liked it only because everything else was so dull and boring.
Boy, that must have been an exciting science fair.
Yeah.
It was riveting. Everybody was so excited they were bored to death.
Yeah.
So he thought that his boring invention was not interesting at all. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. After the science fair, everyone forgot all about it until 1964 when a company made a similar video game Mex
Mag.
Meg
Yeah.
Megavox.
Magnavox. You know, all the kids in 1950 knew what a Magnavox was
Yeah.
because that was the TV company that made the best TVs. If you had a Magnavox, you were awesome
Yeah.
in the 50s.
A big TV company bought the patent.
That's the plans. The permission to make computer games. Go ahead.
And made video game systems in the 1970s. These were the first Pong games, which were tennis games.
What'd they look like?
They look like lines with a dot.
Yeah, so it bounced back and forth, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting back then. If you only had like a candle or, rocks to throw around.
Yeah.
Anyways, what a great game. Now we have video games today. That was the start. Okay, good.
This was made in 1983. This is an arcade game.
That's
This
right.
is an arcade. And see, look at this. This is where the coins go. There's all the wires.
Yep, people paid how much for these games? What'd they put in there?
Coins.
Yeah, what kind of coins?
1 cent.
They were quarters.
Quarters. Yeah, quarters.
Mm-hmm. So they put quarters in there so they could play one game.
Yeah.
This was in
1983.
Yeah, this one was popular in 1983.
Yeah.
Do you want to show us how it works?
Yes.
How an arcade game works?
Yeah. This is the credit button.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the coins go.
Yep.
Here's the plug to it. And look, it still works.
Let's see it. I can't believe this works.
Yep.
This is like plugging in a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Put something electric on it and it's working again.
Yeah.
Did it come on yet?
Yep. There's all of it.
Oh, it did come on.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle in May. Okay. So, push the start button so you can show people how it works.
1 credit and only 1 credit is 1 player. Oh,
Okay, so what would you do?
I pushed the 1 player button.
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, here we go.
Now the door button's not working. Somebody's got to fix that.
Yep.
But you can see
I pushed
how you can move around. You used, what's that thing you're using to move around in your
dial-
hand? Yeah, what's that called? Do you remember?
a joystick.
Joystick, yeah. All right, well, good job. So this is one type of arcade game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one kind of arcade game.
Yeah. It is.
One kind of game, it's called arcade, right?
Yeah, it's called arcade.
So what other kind of games are there?
Games on my computer.
Computer games, those are called PC games.
Yeah, and Wii U games.
Wii U games, those are consoles.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about those too.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about those.
Okay, now
We're on this
what is this?
consoles.
Yeah, these video gaming systems are called consoles.
Yeah. And this is a Wii U, and there's the gamepad, and these are the discs. Some of them are Xbox. By the way, I have an Xbox, which is right here. And this is a PS3, and that's a PS2. And here's my new one, my Nintendo Switch. It's not really here, but this is the charger and the connector to the TV.
How did we get video games on consoles when they first came out. Yeah. So then,
But now we buy them all on the internet.
yeah, places like the
Places like the App Store.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Those are consoles.
Yeah, those are consoles.
Go ahead.
Here we are. This is my dad's PCs.
Mm-hmm.
These are what the computers are called. And anyway, this is a game called Battlefield. This is where my dad does gaming stuff. And he does work here too. That's his laptop and stuff. And there's robots.
Yep. You can play these type of games, PC games, on
Yeah.
these kind of computers, right?
Yep.
Yep. You can play them on laptops too. So this is another kind of video game, right?
Yes.
PC game. Go.
Next part. Rough timeline. 1958, first video game. 1972, first video game. Home controls. Pong. 1975. 1970 to 1980. 1979. Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Yeah, Space Invaders.
Some aliens came down and they shot them. You didn't play that one.
Yeah, I didn't play that one yet. And arcade machines, like the Mappy game that we did.
Yeah, like that one downstairs.
Yeah, the one in the garage.
Did you know that people had to go from their house to places called
Arcades.
arcades?
Arcades.
That's the only place they could play the good video games.
Yeah, the good video games.
They still have arcades today, but not so many as they did in the 80s.
Yeah, but I still know what an arcade is good.
Oh yeah, well, we're gonna have to try one of those one day.
Yeah, here's one. 1981, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong was my favorite.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. On the game.
The big monkey stole the lady.
Yeah, and Mario has to go rescue him.
Yeah, now Donkey Kong's a good guy in some of the games, right?
Yeah,
Still beats on Mario,
yeah,
but Mario's kind of a wuss, right?
yeah. Like Bowser does too.
Yeah, Bowser too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
what happened in 1983 after they made all those video games?
Here's something. 1983, video games crashed.
Oh, they had a crash? Like none of them worked anymore?
Yeah, none of them worked anymore.
No, that's not true.
But
What
they-
happened
but-
with the video game crash?
Too many games.
Yeah, they had too many games.
Yeah, we can't make too many games.
Yeah, because then nobody could have enough time to play them.
Yeah, too many games. Bad quality.
They were
Lot-
bad quality, they were crappy.
Yeah, lots. of-
Yeah, you know, they made this one called E.T. It was after a movie.
Yeah.
And they were so terrible that they dumped them in a dump and then they said that they never made them. They lied about it.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Oh, yes.
They just found them not too long ago. They dug them all up to prove that they were there. But there was a bunch of games like that that were terrible. They
Yeah.
still make terrible games.
You guys think it's imagination? Wrong.
That's right.
Not.
It really happened, did it?
Yeah, it really happened.
Okay, so after the video game crashes in 1985 and 1989, what happened?
1985 to 1989. No bigger games like Legend of Zelda and
That's right.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out with those. Really good games, and lots of people played.
Yeah, I played
You know who
them too.
played a lot of that?
My sister.
Mommy!
Mommy.
She paid him. Yeah, she played Super Mario to death. She is like a queen.
Yeah.
Daddy's not even close to good as your mother.
Yeah.
Okay, so
1989.
what happened in 1989?
Handheld games like Nintendo Game Boys. It began Console Wars, PlayStation.
That's right. They had handheld games, so that people could start playing games on phones eventually.
Yes.
They first started with little games that were just game systems for those. Right?
Yep.
Yep. So then they had console wars, like all those consoles you have. They all sold games and everybody wanted to make lots of
Money.
money. That's right.
Yeah.
Lots of money. Okay,
Yeah.
so after the console games
After the console games,
in 1994, what happened?
phone gaming started. Like
Yeah.
you play games on your phone, but you have to go on App Store and buy some.
Well, now you do that.
Yeah,
But
but-
before, games on phones, were they real good?
Not really.
No, they were terrible.
They were terrible.
Yeah. So they had to make new games and new phones like we've got now so we can play good games on phones.
Yeah.
So that's when it started though. In 1994 they made phone games.
Yes.
So then in 1995 they started making what kind of games?
3D games, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2.
That's right. That's when the consoles started getting really good and they started making good games.
Yeah. And next one, 2005 to 2006.
That began the modern,
The modern age of gaming, Xbox 360.
yeah,
I
when they
had
had very
those.
involved games.
Involved games.
And
yeah.
you can walk around in the worlds and stuff. Yeah, those were pretty good. And then in 2012, they came out with some new types of game systems, consoles.
2012, Wii U.
The Wii U was a new type of game where you could move around your body and the
Yeah.
joystick. That was pretty interesting then.
Yep. The phone gaming became more
Advanced. Phone gaming became really good. So now we have all kinds of new modern games that we play.
Yeah.
So that's a brief, rough timeline, right?
Yes.
That's a good. We walked through a bunch of it. We skipped a bunch,
Yeah.
but there's a whole lot of gaming stuff you could learn.
Yeah, there are lots of games, more than this.
Yeah, lots.
Lots and more games.
Good. So, is making video games easy?
Wrong.
Oh, come on. It has to be super easy.
It's not. It says making video games is very hard. You have to think about many steps. Lots of people.
You sure
Yeah.
do have to plan, right?
Yeah.
And one person makes it all, right?
No.
Because it's not?
Lots of people need to do.
Wow, yeah, okay.
Not just one. Everybody
Yeah,
has
you're
to.
right. Lots of teams have to work together.
Yeah. Think about what kind of game you will make, what it will play on like a Nintendo Switch, then make it, code it, test it, and play it. Fix it for bugs. That means don't get the bugs in.
What do you mean, like mosquitoes and moths?
They may go inside and chew it, and they'll get shocked, and then the game will break.
Well, that's what happened in the 50s.
Yeah, but that's actually what happened for real.
Yep. Computers were so big in the 50s, they filled up entire rooms, so it was easy for the bugs to,
Get in.
yeah, they get inside and fry themselves.
Yeah, and
Ah.
die.
Yeah. So they had to clean out the bugs to make the computers work. So now when they write programs, do they say that now?
No.
No, bugs don't go in there now,
Yeah.
but they still say that it's a bug. So what's that mean instead?
That means they have to clean it and fix it.
They have to fix it. They have to fix the game because there's a broken part in it.
Yeah. Like
That's
my-
where that saying came from.
Like my dad has to fix the mappy game.
Yeah, Daddy has to fix everything.
You don't have to fix everything.
Oh, yeah, I do.
What stuff do you have to fix?
Oh, what do I don't have to fix? I fix cars.
Yeah, like that car over there. You have to fix
Yeah,
that.
those junky old cars. Who needs cars?
And you have to fix the map again.
Jeez, Lou, and fix the computers, and fix the whatever breaks, whatever my son breaks in half, and has to go and get fixed.
Yeah, you know, you can fix ceiling fans.
Yeah, that's one of the many things I have to fix.
Yeah, I know you could do them.
Yeah, we have to fix attitudes sometimes, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's not funny.
yeah. So.
Okay.
And getting it out to everybody needs to be done.
That's right. That's how you make a video game.
That's how you make
It
a
takes
video game.
takes just a couple of steps, right?
No,
No.
it makes lots of steps.
Oh, that's right. I always forget everything.
No, you don't.
Oh, you're so nice. Okay, fine. All right, so we talked about how making video games is really hard
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of people.
Yeah.
We also talked about what else you learned, because that's what we're talking about. The first game was about what?
The first game was about tennis.
Yeah.
Pong had lines and a dot for the tennis ball, but video games are better now.
Yeah, they're better now.
Yeah.
So, in the old days, you used to have to plug in video games to the TVs. Now we play on what?
Now we play on. We play on phones,
And other stuff.
like iPads and everything,
So,
and computers.
people used to have to go to arcades to play.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that right
Yeah.
now.
So,
Today, video games make 100 billion globally.
yeah, $100 billion globally. Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, 2/3. That 66% of people played every day.
There's 66% of people are playing video games.
Every
I bet now with the COVID, it's like 98% people are playing video games
Yeah,
because they got nothing to do.
I play lots of games.
Yeah. That's your main favorite activity.
Yeah. And people played every day, so it's very important to everybody.
Oh yeah, it's important to everybody. Is it important to you?
I like doing video games.
It's not important to mean people.
It's not important to me.
We won't say who that is. It's the cat. Kitty. Video games.
You know.
Okay.
Who it is.
All right. Very good.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy doing your project?
Yes, I sure did.
Oh yeah, what a lie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're done. Hooray.
Hooray!
You learned something, kinda.
Yeah, sort of.
Hopefully you taught somebody something.
Yes.
All right, over and out.
Over and out.
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe with
Elena
notifications
Jenkins
on.
Worldwide Production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.